previous session, we have seen how to find out the theoretical stress concentration factor KT, and accordingly we have solved the numerical, how to solve sequentially. So in addition to that, I'm going to solve another numerical for you, and it is again depends on the theoretical stress concentration factor. Now you can see on the screen, the numerical is related with the shaft, and they have mentioned that a non-rotating shaft supporting a load of 2.5 kilonewton as shown in figure. So this is the figure, they have given the structure. Okay, load is nothing but P. The material of the shaft is brittle material, and with ultimate tensile strength of 300 Newton per mm square, SUT value they have given, and the factor of safety is 3. Determine the dimension of the shaft. Of course, dimension of the shaft means we need to calculate diameter, that is diameter of shaft small d. Very important. Now, as I told you many times, while reading this statement, you will have to write a given data simultaneously. So here I'll write the force is applied 2.5 kilonewton, that is at a center. So read the structure here. Important is structure. So they have mentioned, I'll write the statement SUT 300 Newton per mm square, factor of safety 3. Okay. Now they are interested in diameter of the shaft. Now here I can say, you can see the structure and analyze it. The structure shows that 2.5 kilonewton load is acting at a center, correct? And it is having two bearings which are situated two end. So commonly we can say the bearing is there will be the reaction for the balancing. So you can see, suppose if I say this is bearing A, this is bearing B. So reaction at A, I'll say RA. Reaction at B, RB. Correct? So I'll say like this. Now it is very simple that load is acting at a center and the bearing is having reaction which are symmetrically situated. It means commonly, or by common sense I can say, if 2500 Newton load is acting at a center, it means for two bearing it will be divided by 2. Correct? It will be divided by 2. So 1250 load is acting on each bearing. That is very important. That is the part. It is acting at center. So RB I can say 2500 divided by 2. 1250 Newton. RA is also 1250 Newton. Correct? This is the first part of the analysis of your diagram. Second, they have mentioned small d. We are interested to calculate this small d. And they have mentioned at middle enlarged diameter. So I can say this will be the capital D. 1.1 times. So I can say capital D is equal to 1.1 times D. They have mentioned the radius of fillet 0.1 D. Okay. So likewise, why this radius and all that required? This is for formation or calculation for the KT factor from the graph. Correct? So this is the first part. Second part, as they have mentioned, determine the diameter of the shaft D. It means while calculating that, I will have to consider the parameter. At which point will I have to select? See, from the fillet end with respect to bearing B, 350 mm distance. Here also with respect to bearing A, 350 mm distance. So for this case, I will have to consider first section is called as with respect to fillet. So section first, fillet, with respect to fillet, correct? And section second, load is acting at a center, so center. So second section is when load is acting at a center, correct? So that two section will have to take. If they have given in the numerical, purposely calculate for fillet point of view. So you will have to take a fillet. And if they have suggested center, you can. So I'll tell you two methods to calculate this one. Now see here, basically this is the enlarged diameter. I can say it is a capital D. So as I selected the two sections, fillet and center, so I am going to solve accordingly. So first of all, by reading the diagram, which graph is suitable out of 5 graphs which we have learned in previous session for the theoretical stress concentration factor? Which graph? Now see, I'll again revise for you. This is first one, flat plate with hole. Reject it because it is not flat plate, it is shaft. Second one, flat plate, reject. Third one, round shaft. Here also round shaft, but here they have mentioned only round shaft, nothing else. In case of the fourth, what they have suggested? They have suggested round shaft with bending. Now, logically speaking, if I apply load here, there might be chances of bending because bearings are having reaction, due to which bending will occur at this point MB. Correct? So that I can say fourth graph is suitable for our case. Right now, as per the given data, fourth graph is suitable. Is that clear? How to select the graph? After that, fourth graph suggested me that R by D is x-axis. So I need to calculate that R by D. So I am going here. So first of all, I'll take a section with respect to fillet by considering fillet section. Correct? Either you can left or right, both are same from bearing A and bearing B. First step is to consider the fillet section. R by D I am interested from the chart. From chart we are going to select KT. So R by D is nothing but R is how much? See, 0.1. And this is the first thing you can see on the graph. R by D. Where is R by D? 0.1 here. Correct? Now I need to select D by D out of this. Then I'll get the KT on a y-axis. So while selecting D by D, now D by D I can say, see here, 1.1. 1.1. So these two values we have got directly from the structure. That's why structure is important. Now we'll move toward the chart and find out the KT factor. 0.1 I got R by D and D by D 1.1. Here first graph. So if I move from here toward the top side, I'll get this graph at this point. So I can say here this point, and if I move this side, I'll get KT value is 1.6. Correct? KT value directly 1.6. So here I'll get KT value 1.6. So I'll write from chart KT is equal to 1.6. Very important. This is important to find out the KT, theoretical stress concentration factor, which I have found. But for that theoretical, I know KT is nothing but maximum stress divided by nominal. Correct? Maximum divided by nominal. So we'll move toward the nominal. So nominal stress, for case of this, you can see here is the bending will occur. So I told you nominal stress, we have derived the equation for that also. So sigma B, fourth graph, sigma B MBY by I, for the circular cross section pi by 64 and all that, will get 32 MB by pi d cube. Therefore I'll write MBY by I, Y is d by 2, R is pi by 64, d raised to 4, MB we don't know. So through which I can say sigma O is equal to, for circular cross section, this is shaft with the circular cross section, 32 MB by pi d cube. This will be the nominal stress. So I need to calculate this. So for the calculation of this, you can see I want to calculate the bending moment here. So which bending moment? We have selected for the fillet. We have selected for the fillet. So see here, RA, reaction at A and B, we have seen how much it is 1250. How? Because we know, see here, RA plus RB, again I am repeating, that is 2500 Newton. It is acting at the center. If it is acting at the center means 1250 at one side, 1250 at one side, it can be get the balance 2500. It means that RA is equal to and RB is equal to, both are 1250. Correct? Now therefore the bending moment, force into perpendicular distance, force RA 1250, perpendicular distance 350. Therefore here I will write sigma O is equal to 32 into perpendicular distance, that is force 1250 into 350, bending moment divided by pi. Now here is the question, d cube. Correct? So pi d cube, that we don't know right now. So pi d cube. So this will be the first parameter which we have calculated for fillet section. Correct? After that, as we know, here in this equation we'll get value of sigma O also, KT also, sigma max is remains. So I'll write sigma max is equal to, from this equation, sigma max is equal to Kt into sigma O. Kt is 1.6. Sigma O, that is nominal, 32 MB by pi dq. Correct? So likewise I'll get, therefore the whatever be the maximum stress I got, that will be in terms of dq. Correct? So I'll write the value, you just multiply this, you will get the value sigma max is equal to 704.9, correct, Newton per mm square. So this will be your equation 1 for the fillet section. Very important, for the fillet section we have calculated this. So same, if they have asked in numerical exam this only, you will have to go for this. Now I'll select center section. For center section, so see here, center is applying here, only change is bending moment. 350 plus 300 divided by 2, that is 150. 350 plus 150, 500. That is the only change. Rest of the things are same. Therefore I'll write bending stress with respect to center 32 MB by pi dq. Here 32 as it is MB, force into perpendicular distance. Now this is for center, 1250, 350 plus 150. So I'll write 1250 force into perpendicular distance 350 plus 300 divided by 2. That will be the bending moment, pi dq. Now in simplified format I'll write 32 in bracket 1250 into 500 divided by pi dq. This is for the bending stress. Correct? After converting this, I'll get the sigma b is equal to, I'll write 4783018.6 divided by dq, Newton per mm square. This is equation B. Now here is the question from your side, why Kt is not taken here? Because Kt is same for bending, and the structure is also same. That's why Kt is also here same. That's why once we have calculated this Kt, theoretical stress concentration factor, we'll have to continue this. So we'll get the second equation. Now select whichever be the maximum, 7174704 is bigger or 4783018. Of course bigger one is this first. So I can write here the maximum stress occur at fillet section. Fillet section. Is that clear? Fillet section. So what fillet section? Sigma max is equal to 7174704.9 divided by dq. Correct? So this will be the force. Now there is a question, what is sigma max? Because they have suggested calculate dimension of the shaft, means I want D. So for D I must know sigma max. So sigma max is nothing but, for that condition, SUT and factor of safety they have given. So I can say this will be the SUT by factor of safety, permissible stress, inbuilt stress of respective component is equal to 7174704.9 divided by dq. Now SUT, how much they have given? SUT is 300, factor of safety 3, it is 77470.9 divided by dq. So through which we'll get the diameter of the shaft for sustaining 2.5 kilonewton load. So diameter, just try to calculate from your side, it will be around 41.55. So I can say which is nearly equal to 45 mm. Correct? So this is actually structure while solving the numerical. Likewise, so I have many times told you that you will have to understand the problem first. Second thing, you will have to read the structure, and two methods I have given you. First one is with respect to fillet, and in case of the center only bending moment is changed. Correct? Many times it will occur that though it force is acting at a center, but the distance from bearing A and bearing B is different. At that case, I will have to take a bending moment, and through which bending I will have to calculate. Is that clear? So likewise we have solved the numerical by considering the two sections in the structure. So I hope you understood. Thank you.